Hello everyone, and yes, as the title says, we're going to be going over the Season 2 map. I'm going to give you guys some details of what we can see so far, and I'm going to showcase how, for the first time, it will look like for you guys when you log into the game. So, I hope you stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy today's guide. Hello everyone and welcome. Yes, we're on the main account on server 2 in Season 2. Yes, we're finally here. But what we're going to do is showcase how it goes off for you guys. I'm even going to show you this opening cinematic because I'm not going to lie, it is amazing. It reminds me of like playing World of Warcraft and those style of games. So smash a like, comment and subscribe for more details and info about Season 2 and gameplay knowledge if you're looking for Call of Dragons. So what we're going to do is actually log into one of my scouts today. So what we can do is click on the accounts, and this is obviously the main account that I've got. But we've also got these other accounts we can see here, and all of these, including S1, this is S2, 4, and this is 9, all of them work in the same way, and we're all going to be in the same boat. So what we can do is actually hit confirm, and when we hit confirm here, you're going to see the Behemoth first cinematic, and this is, honestly, I'm going to play it for just a little while for you guys because it is amazing. We did react to it for the first time on a live stream, and if you want to check out the live stream you can, but honestly I love it. This thing was amazing. We're going to just turn up the audio so you can hear it a little bit better. But look at the graphics. I'm just saying, this is just insane. But it's I don't want to spoil the open cinematic. Honestly, you guys need to watch it because it gets so good, this cinematic. It does give you a real, like, you know, let's go effect. So here we can see this is basically our almost city, or it's a city that's on Behemoth. It's kind of one of the opening castles that we are stumbling upon right in the starting zone. So you can see some of the cool characters and stuff like that. So I'm gonna skip it. I don't want to spoil it. I just want to showcase this is a really cool cinematic, and look at honestly the graphics of it. So watch it for yourselves. Honestly, it was a blast. Everyone in the live stream loved it too. So what we're gonna do is hit the skip button, and here we go. This is, as you can see, the layout of the map. So we have the Season 2 map with Orion, Scalaria, Enogad, and Cryzon, I'm going to call it. And what we're going to do is open the live draw, because we're going to basically try and showcase what the map is doing. Because as you can see here, you have one of 4 choices to go in, right? You can pick either basically the outer edges of the map. And what that means is when we get live draw working, there we go. So what it means is all of these different, you know, places you can start in either 1, 2, 3, or 4. So this is like your 4 starting points. And what it appears that happens is all of these different zones have different zone 2s. So this is like Enogad, and it can go into this zone 2, or potentially I think another zone 2. But then this guy goes into this zone 2. This guy goes into this zone 2. Potentially, you know, this guy can go into this zone 2 potentially, and then there's the final zone here. So this is where like everyone kind of meets up almost. Like it's a really weird map, but this here is where the Frost Dragon lies, and can show that in a moment back on the main account. So what you're gonna do is pretty simple. You're gonna pick your starting location. So what I'm going to do for this video is actually going to pick Scalaria. I want to pick what's next door so I can actually see what's going on around the areas. But as you can see, Enogad is full right now. That's what these different crystals mean. If it's green, you're good to go. There's no room error. But as you can see, there's no relocate button for Enogad because it's maxed out. So we'll go to the Scalaria, hit relocate here, and when we go and hit OK, we're now going to enter Season 2. So just like always, and as you can imagine, we're going to zoom out, and this is the map. So this is where you're going to start, and you're going to start basically defogging the map like always. Just start defogging away, and once you start defogging, you're going to get access obviously to everything around you. But as you can see again, there's another little orb here, and there's one orb over here, and this is for Scalera. So they do have two options of two early ancestor statues, similar to Enegad having two options. But when we look up at the top, they'd only have the one, right? So it's very interesting to see. If we go back onto the main account right now, we can obviously talk about more of the map, because what we can do is go to the Augur Stone, and as you guys know, if you go to the Augur Stone, you're going to be able to actually hit up the button which is like all the behemoths, and with all the behemoths around there, you will be able to see that where, you know, other locations is for the zone. So if we go here, it makes a bit more sense when we go into it. And we go to status. So this is where you can see all of the status of all the behemoths, right? And the cool thing is you can see all the zone 1s are all got all the bears. If you go to Frost Giant, again, there's 1 or 2 in each of these little zones on the outer rim, but there's still some more in the higher. So you can see up in this top zone and this top zone, there's a Frost Giant as well as 2 in the center. When you go to the Thunder Rocks, they're located more in the center of the mountains, as well as this more really higher located one. But then you got the Hydras, which are again more located in the center, with the Necro Giants 1 each all around the tri area, if you want to say. Then you got the Magma Demons. All zone 1s have an access to one, just in case you get locked out. And then obviously you've got all of these zones as well. And then finally, like I said, you got the Frost Dragon. And the Frost Dragon here is resided in this last zone. So this is basically where everyone is fighting towards. So that is the way the seasonal map works. If we zoom out, I can show you stuff to do with the changes, because you guys and everyone agrees no one liked the Zone 1 passes in Tamaris. The Zone 1 passes allowed a alliance basically to capture the pass. If they lost the war in Lorcan in zone 2, for example, what would happen is they would be able to still send in troops and farm kill for free, and it would obviously impact the other kingdom, which isn't fair. It's one side. I don't care what anyone says. I'm here to be as neutral and fair as I can to everyone, right? So what they've done is a very similar thing to what they've done in Rise of Kingdoms. So you've got these new areas, and this is the runic ancestor statue, and as you can see here, you've got a pass for us, and up at the top there will be a pass for the other alliances, and you're basically going to be able, as you can see, to fight in here. So the fog will be clear. You can see all of this little area as well as the center zone, and I'm guessing whoever controls the center zone wins the area, similar to the Runes of Darkness potentially from Rise of Kingdoms, like I said. And the reason why I say that is when we click on the actual Ancestor statue, which looks really cool, you can see here you get hero stamina recovery speed 3%. So it's a very powerful speed buff that you get, as well as the occupational points. So that's plus 100 points per minute. And the reason why this occupation points matters is because in this season, the very bottom is Proving Grounds, which is to do with all of the captures and holding of those ancestor statues. And as you can see, you're going to get 5 any tokens, as well as 10 generational 2 tokens, and a bunch of training capacity. So it's a really good thing to do. Make sure you are participating in this for the map. What I can show you again, and this is only from my point of view, and I do apologize to everyone who wants to know about any other areas. Hopefully some other YouTuber will cover them, but I can only show you the passes of our zone, right? So you can see the zone 1 pass as I was talking about. This is going to go into that zone, and the zone 1 pass here enters this little pocket, right? So then we've got zone 2 passes, and we've got 2 of them, right? We've got 2 different zone passes, and that enters this middle section here for us, and that looks like it's called Dulen. So D-U-L-E-N-N. That looks like the next zone that we will be in, and by going in here you can see then there's another 2 ancestor areas. So this is going to be the next fighting point between potentially the zone 2 of our left and the zone 2 of our right. So that's how I believe it is going to work. And then later, as you can see, there's no access into this zone, and you're going to get access through this point. I think this wall here, if you can imagine it, we're going to have, if I press this button, I reckon you're going to have a pass, you know, to access through this way, right? As well as, if you can imagine, on the other side now, you know, if you zoomed out, we're gonna have a pass like here and like here, so the guys can fight like this, right? So it'd be something like that where they fight into the center. It'd be evenly spaced out, but this is what all of the zones look like they're gonna be doing, right? So hopefully they've worked on a really good map plan for season 2, so that you can see that there's basically like a home zone or a zonal area that you can, you know, chill in, and then there's actually dedicated zones for PvP, which I think a lot of players will be happy with. And if they do it justice and they do it really well in this season, then it's going to allow us in the future seasons to have better and better PvP. So I hope you've enjoyed it. This is again all of my analysis so far on a season 2 map and what we can talk about on it, with, you know, jumping in the opening cinematic and what you're going to be doing. Again, remember, you need to defog everything in your zone 1, and obviously you don't have to, you're going to have to wait, you know, for later to do the rest like it would do in the August zone. So pretty simple. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope this information does help you guys out with the map, maybe if you're trying to plan ahead. Obviously there's other YouTubers that will give you guys more information, or they might have information on different zones, because obviously they might be located in a different starting zone. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Smash a like, comment and subscribe, and with all that said, stay safe, stay sneaky, and peace out.